listeners, welcome back to the show.
Yeah, thank you for sticking with us.
First show of the new year.
Oh, yeah, you're right. What's today's date?
The 5th.
Holy cow. It's been a blur.
So we were absent last week, playing hooky, moving the new shop.
Playing hooky isn't how I would
describe it.
Yeah.
You may notice a bit of an echo.
Yeah.
I can hear it myself. We'll see how good the mics and the filters are to filter it out. But this is the first episode from the new shop.
Yeah. Well, welcome.
Yeah. We've got 1, 2, 3 moving blankets, a carpet, and this room is still heinously echoey.
Yeah, it's
about as cold and hard of a room as it gets.
Concrete block, concrete floor.
Yeah, concrete ceiling.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's basically a concrete box. It looks like something out of a Saw movie.
That's right. I was about to say, this is like where you bring somebody and hold them captive.
Yeah, and make them cut their own leg off. Before we get into the show, we want to thank our sponsor, Hafla. Hafla offers a wide range of products and solutions for the woodworking and furniture making industries, from hinges and drawer slides to connectors and dowels, sandpaper, wood glue, shop carts, and everything in between. Exclusive product lines such as Lux LED lighting and Slido door hardware ensure that every project you create is built to last. Learn more at hafla.com.
Check them out.
I think we got somebody to give a shout out to also.
Oh, yeah. L&N Electric, licensed electrical contractor here in New Jersey, Homedale, Hazlitt, Middletown. But he travels all across the tri-state.
Yeah.
That's Nick, our electrician, who did all the work here in the shop.
Yeah.
Did an amazing job, ran everything in conduit.
I think he's been calling himself the mastermind.
Humble as ever. Yeah, well, Nick's a licensed electrician. Give him a shout at 732-592-0075. And you could also find him at lnelectricpro@gmail.com.
If you call, tell him you want Dave to come do the work at your house.
It's half the price, but it takes him twice as long.
Nick's actually coming by tonight. We're going to talk about, Nick and his wife Laura, talk about the attic job we're doing for them. So,
yeah.
So that'll be good. So, what do we got on the docket today?
Man, a lot's happened.
Yeah,
since we spoke.
Last episode was that the Christmas extravaganza?
It must have been, because there was Christmas, then New Year's was the next week that we didn't have a podcast. We did the review, where we sent out the Manny episode, right?
Yeah, yeah. That was last week. Let me see. Man, the block is horrible for the internet.
Oh yeah,
no wonder those cameras don't work.
Yeah,
we have to get some a mesh network or extenders or something, because we're only 50 feet from the router and I can't even get this freaking website to load. That's gonna be a problem.
We're in a cement room. Yeah, even when you came in here earlier when you were streaming the music.
Oh yeah, it stopped playing.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it's not working. But yeah, so last week was a replay of season 1, episode 11 with Manny.
Fan favorite.
Yeah, hopefully everybody listened if you hadn't listened already, because it's a really good episode. And we got to have Manny back on soon. And the episode before that, was the Christmas foods.
You're still recovering.
Yeah. God. I weighed 214 pounds yesterday morning. I was like, holy crap. I'm like, how'd that happen?
Sneaks up on you.
Mm-hmm. So we haven't recorded an episode, and it's got to be a month now.
Yeah, because we did
3.
We did 3 and had a week off with the retro.
Yep.
So that's a month. You're right.
So, yeah, I mean, a lot's been going on since then. I guess we'll start with what we remember, and then we might remember some other stuff.
Yeah, it'll spur the memory.
So last week, which was the last week of the month, we started to move some stuff over here to the new shop on, I guess, what was that?
It was like a
Tuesday, Wednesday.
I think.
So Monday we were just working. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, we started to move some stuff over here, just Rob and I, anything that we could move ourselves. We moved the drill press, the planer, the dust collector, which we'll talk about.
Yeah, the Cyclone.
What else? The Harvey dust collector.
Was here, yeah.
Actually, that had been here for a while.
Yeah.
All
right, let's see.
What else did we move? Oh, the big rolling toolbox, the tables.
Yeah.
We have like a big sanding table and a finishing table. Oh, on wheels. We moved those over here. I forget what else. We moved a bunch of stuff. The dust collector is, it's right over here. It's what?
Talking size.
Yeah, it's got to be 8 feet or taller.
Yeah.
It's probably just under 8 feet so that you can have it in an 8-foot ceiling.
Right, because remember how much taller it was than the door.
Yeah. So maybe it is 9 feet tall. And it was in a little room, like a shed.
There's a 4x8 bump out attached to the shop. But when the shop was built, I had this bright idea. I said, can you just tack on a 4x8 room and I'd stick the dust collector and the compressor out there?
Yeah, like an outdoor closet.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, trying to get that thing out was brutal. It's insanely heavy.
And we've been running it without the indoor filter on it.
Right. Just
so
direct vent right outside.
And it was mean and lean, but there was some residual dust that collected in that room. And when we opened the door to take the dust collector down, we both just kind of looked at it. It was not only daunting in the size and shape of it, but it was so dirty in there.
Yeah. I don't know if the cough I have is still from that or what, but it was very dusty, and it's all that fine dust.
Oh man,
the stuff that goes to the filter.
You sort of step into a job like that a little gingerly, and then you reach that point where you're just disgustingly dirty, and you just you give up trying to stay clean. You just want to get it out.
Yeah, and we had already moved a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
so it was late in the day.
It was after lunch, I think.
Yeah, we moved a bunch of stuff. We stopped. We got lunch, and then we got into that, and it was, I think it was a late lunch too.
We weren't too enthusiastic at first.
No. So yeah, the conundrum with that is it's 8 feet tall, and it's got this 5 horsepower motor at the top, which weighs 125 pounds probably.
And it's attached to the impeller.
Right, which is bolted to the top of the Cyclone, and it's all taller than the door, and the room isn't deep enough to tip the thing over and just pull it out sideways.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea how you got that thing in there.
I'm trying. I must have blocked it out of my mind. But you see, that's when you're young and you're just insane. And there was nobody around to help.
You weren't that young, though.
No, you're right. I was about 40. I was probably about 40. I think I put it in there and I must have built the stand around. I must have assembled the stand around it. Because there's no way I could have lifted the Cyclone into the stand by myself.
So how'd you get the Cyclone up in the air?
Say I got in there and just lifted it up, like hugged it and put it up on the stand.
I don't know about that.
It didn't have the motor on it.
We have some commotion outside.
Yeah, take a peek out that window. School kids getting out.
Just a bunch of stupid kids.
Yeah, I definitely put it on there without the motor.
But then how'd you get the motor up into it?
I must have had to just lift up the motor like we did.
Just on a ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then maybe you dragged it over.
Yeah.
Because where it was too close to the wall to put a ladder inside.
Oh, yeah. Definitely, yeah. I was in there and then moved it. Because remember, there was another hole in the wall, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but that was for the
old Cyclone. Yeah, the old Cyclone it just had a 3 horsepower motor, which died.
So who knows? We don't know how.
Yeah, it was aliens. How did they build Puma Punko?
Puma Punku, yeah.
Puma Punke.
So we initially unbolted the Cyclone from the legs, thinking that we could just like get the Cyclone and the motor down off of the legs. But that proved to be extremely sketchy.
Oh, yeah.
Then the thing is like teetering around. We're trying to get it back on the legs, and it's like falling.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it. It's like, what would happen if we did this? I don't know. Let's try it. And then you did it, and you're like, no. Go back.
Yeah.
Go back.
Now like having visions of like getting my hand crushed between. This is just what I need.
Right, we can't work if we get hurt.
Yeah, moving to this new shop with all this overhead, and then all of a sudden you can't work.
Yeah.
So what we ended up doing, we got it back on the legs and bolted temporarily. We unbolted the motor and the impeller and ratchet strapped it out of the Cyclone. Like looped the ratchet strap. Luckily, we're able to get over the rafters because it's a corrugated metal roof. Excuse me. So we ratchet strapped it out, took out the Cyclone in the legs, which was also pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of the geometry and everything and the weight. I mean, the thing's freaking heavy.
Yeah, and it was kind of jammed up there. We had it tilted with the legs half sticking out the door, but the top of the unit was hitting the back wall.
Yeah, and then the impeller was grabbing on the inside of the Cyclone because, the motor is so heavy and it's, weighted in a certain way where we had it strapped that it was turning, it just wanted to like flop over.
Oh yeah, and you're up there like with your foot on a
oh yeah, it was doing like a Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I forgot about that because it's a pole barn, so there's that strapping,
Yeah, so you're on sideways on a 2x4, but it's not exposed. There's the wall on the outside of it, so you really just have 1.5 inches to put your foot on.
I forgot all about that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a corner.
Yeah.
And I'm facing, the opposite corner, but working to my right.
Well, we got it out. We blew it out with the Ego leaf blower.
Yep, not sponsored.
There was a cloud of dust.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was like, you haven't
like
lived out west, but I did. Like, they have those dust storms.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, it was like what was that movie, The Mummy?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like you see it coming across somebody was probably getting out of their car in Food Town and got like a nice mouthful of walnut dust.
Yeah.
I mean, it was thick. Like, you couldn't even see through it.
Yeah, it was. So, yeah, we got the Cyclone. You forget. I already forgot that until you brought it up. Like, it's in place now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you let those things go. But
Of course, we brought it over. We got, the forklift is over here. These chairs are not as comfortable as other ones.
No.
The forklift's over here, so, it's easy to, put it together, lift the motor up with the forklift, drop it in. It makes it so much easier. But then we get it in place, and then it's like the outlets are exactly where the inlet for the dust collection is.
Yeah, I mean, what's the chance of that?
Because we were just like, oh, yeah, just put it like right about here. And then it turns out it's exactly in the wrong spot. But we want to raise the thing up anyway, so we get a bigger barrel underneath.
Right. Right now we just got the 33 or 35. What are they?
Yeah, probably 30, 35. So, yeah, we're going to raise it up, put a bigger barrel, and then that'll clear the outlets.
Yeah. But the remote control works good here.
Yeah, I was having a hard time turning it off before.
Oh. Ah, damn.
It's those cheap Chinese remotes.
Mm-hmm. Kicks right on.
Yeah, I have to see. I don't know if Oneida sells replacement drums.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They probably... Oneida's...
They're very expensive.
Yeah, especially for the peripheral, peripheral
the accessories.
Actually, it's not bad. $279 for a 55-gallon heavy-duty 5-horsepower. Come on. 10-inch inlet. Large heavy-duty waste container kit for use with cyclone dust collectors such as our 5-horsepower Dust Gorilla Pro and 7.5-horsepower direct drive. Reinforced 55-gallon steel drum includes 10-inch diameter hose connection for attaching to the bottom discharge port of the cyclone.
I wonder if it's the same diameter.
It comes with everything.
Oh. Yeah, if we had, and we could put a little dolly under there.
Yeah, what would be nice is to make a thing so that the forklift can pick it up.
Oh, yeah.
And then we could just like
be
tip
heavy.
it, like put it on like a pivot and then lift it up by that pivot.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get over to the thing, you just go, I mean, you're not supposed to go underneath the forks, but just go underneath the forks and just lift up the back and it'll dump in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't lift up a 55-gallon drum.
No, because even that 30-gallon one, when it's full to the top, it's
pretty heavy.
Yeah, heavy.
Heavy enough.
And this now we have to hoist it into the dumpster. So it's like 4 feet high.
I mean, I guess you could just like drag it onto a pallet and stand on the pallet and lift it up and then just push it over. But, Nick said 430. The hell was I saying? Oh, yeah. I mean, you want to make it as quick as possible because it always is full at the most inopportune time.
That's why I emptied the Delta. It was about half full, but I said, you know what? I got 10 minutes. Let me empty it now because I'll want to be doing something. Like when you start out, you don't want to stop.
Yeah.
And that's when you're taking off the most.
Yeah, those bags you're supposed to just replace, right?
I think so. I don't know. I
think just tie them up and throw them away, and then we'll have to see about getting dust collector bags.
I've been emptying it. It seems it's pretty sturdy.
Yeah, it's the only one we have. Dust collector bag. So then that was Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday.
What did we do Thursday? Didn't we?
We took a car ride.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Holy cow. We went out to the Hamptons on Thursday.
Yeah, a week ago today.
Yeah, that's a multi-layered trip.
Yeah.
Went out to a job site out there in Bridgehampton.
Yep. Yeah, so we, Wednesday, we packed up. Wednesday we packed up the 2 vanities, and that was it, right? Yeah, just the vanities.
Yeah. We brought a molding sample.
Oh yeah, packed up the 2 vanities, and then Thursday morning we left about 5:30 in the morning and got out there at about 8:30.
Yeah, I mean, the two vanities are 4 separate cabinets.
Yeah. It was
it's big.
It was 2/3 of the van. Got out there about 8:30 because we stopped to go to the bathroom and we needed wiper fluid, so that was a little bit of an aside. But so just about 2.5, 3 hours to get out there, and
except when we were on the Verrazano.
It's saying, up here, get on the Belt Parkway. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, can we go on the Belt Parkway?
Yeah. For those that don't know, in New York, we have this thing called the Parkway system, and no commercial plates on the Parkway system. So the Belt Parkway is part of that, and that's the most direct route from the Verrazano,
right, which
out
goes
to Long Island,
from Staten Island over to Brooklyn.
Yeah, through Queens, past JFK, and then you get on like the Sunrise Highway or whatever it was that we got on.
Yeah,
that we didn't get on, but that's how you would have gotten here. Because, quick aside, Rob and Corey got out here, and what'd they say, an hour and a half?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Their ride home was not quite so easy, from what I understand.
So back to the Verrazano Bridge.
Yeah, so realized we can't get on the Belt Parkway, so we had to take the BQE, the Brooklyn Queens Expressway, and it's,
It goes across the top of Brooklyn and then through the top of Queens.
Right, whereas the Belt is on the bottom.
Yeah. And then you get on the LIE, the Long Island Expressway, 495.
Yeah, so, it's like, I don't know if it's peak rush hour, but it's like, 6:30, 6:45 in the morning, which is like, that's a heavy traffic time in the city. All the, commercial vehicles and...
Right, so every commercial vehicle has to go that way.
Right, and they're all going at that time because it's, they got to get to the job at 7 or whatever. So it was like jammed up, totally jammed up.
And it leads you to all the river crossings to get into Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody is converging into that one spot from Queens and Long Island and Brooklyn and even Staten Island into that one little area where you got the river crossings to get into Manhattan.
Which it makes, I understand why they don't have commercial vehicles on the expressways, or on the parkways, but, New York is a major...
It's an epicenter of business.
Yeah, I mean, how many commercial vehicles are going in and out of the city every day? Hundreds of thousands. Like, get a better road.
Yeah, it was crazy. Getting out there, not so much, but coming home. Woo.
Oh yeah, so we go out there, and we get the grand tour of the house. Beautiful house. Then we're talking about the different pieces, because we're doing, aside from the 2 vanities we brought, we're building a freestanding piece for the foyer, 2 wall units for the great room, a fireplace around for the great room, and a big countertop for the kitchen. So we're talking about all that stuff. Meanwhile, next thing you know, we're there for 3 hours.
Yeah.
So that was about 11.
I mean, the morning flew by.
Yeah. About 11 o'clock, we finally left. And we took a ride down, or I guess up, northeast, to...
Hatcha? Oh, no, we went to East Hampton first.
Was it East Hampton? Yeah.
Yeah.
Took a ride out to East Hampton just to see it because the client said that, it was worth taking a look at. It was pretty cool. It was like added like 30 minutes to our trip, but 15 there, 15 back. But then we headed west, met up with Corey and Rob over at Corey's shop, CT Woodwork.
Yeah, that was a great trip.
Yeah, that was cool. I was glad that we were able to meet up with them. Corey's got a cool shop.
Yeah, it's like a woodworking shop. All that wood, wood floors, wood walls.
Yep.
I didn't ask him because he took it over from a guy that purpose built it to be a wood shop. And I didn't know how long he had it operating.
Oh, did that guy do woodworking? I thought he did something else.
Yeah. Yeah, he left like all that plywood and stuff like that. That he left him there, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's set back off the road, and I mean we didn't see a lot of Patchogue, but I mean we saw like the downtown, but fairly suburban kind of area. But then you pull down this long driveway, and tucked way back is Corey's shop, so it's cool.
Yeah, definitely.
It's all by itself back there.
And Rob DeMarco came, and
yep.
What was the name of the place we had lunch?
Bobby Q or something like that.
Yes. I
don't
think
know
you're
who
right.
Bobby is.
Yeah, because they had like a Bobby burger.
Yeah, BOBBI Q.
And
70 West Main Street, Patchogue.
There's like a little bit of a renaissance going on in Patchogue downtown. A lot of restaurants, a lot of eclectic restaurants.
Yep.
I didn't see any chains. They were all like one-off places.
Established in June 2006, Bobby Q prides itself on serving the best Southern barbecue on Long Island. Come find us in the heart of Patchogue.
Yeah.
That's a big...
that's a bold statement.
Yeah. It wasn't bad by any means, but it didn't blow
knock my socks off.
No, I mean, I haven't had a ton of barbecue, but I've had enough.
Yeah, I've had some good barbecue, especially in Texas.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean it was good. I don't want to make it sound like it wasn't good, because it was good.
Yeah, and there was this place in San Francisco, in the area town they called the Fillmore, which it's probably all gentrified now, but that was like barbecue heaven there. They serve it with right on the, you get it in brown paper, and it's just slathered, and you want to eat the paper after you're done. Yeah. That's how good it was.
Slice of white bread and pickles.
Yeah. They just give you like a stack of white bread.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was so good. Yeah.
Yes, we grabbed some lunch. We had a server with a very interesting voice.
Baby doll.
Hopefully she's not listening. Just like, I don't know. Maybe it was her real voice. I don't see how it could have been.
Yeah, people don't have a real voice like that.
I don't know.
What was the name of that actress?
Jennifer Tilly.
Yeah. Only accentuated, sort of like that, except wispier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty unusual.
Yeah, and she wasn't a great server.
She wasn't selling it.
No. The voice isn't cutting it. I don't care what your voice sounds like.
Yeah, so then Waze, I have a gripe with Waze. There's no way to plug in
commercial vehicles.
Yeah. Like
Rob was saying that when he worked at Roberts, I guess they had something, but I don't know. I haven't been able to find anything. Because the same thing happened to us, you guys might remember, on the Palisades Parkway in New Jersey, where, we drove on it like, man, that UPS guy took that corner tight. We drove on it like 3 times before we realized that no commercial vehicles were allowed.
Right.
And we had driven past cops and stuff too, so they must, kind of give people a pass sometimes.
And we have a big wrapped van, so it's clear that it's
not like, does that have commercial plates? Like, that's definitely a commercial vehicle. Yeah. Oh, so we had lunch. We sat and shot the shit for a while. Then we left, must have been 1:30.
Yeah, originally we were supposed to get home at 4:30.
Is that what it said?
Yeah.
Wow. We got home at 6, right?
Or 4:30, maybe a little after 4. But it kept going up and up and up.
Yes, we got out onto the Sunrise Highway and then onto the Long Island Expressway, and it's just like bumper to bumper traffic. And we're like only like a half hour out of Patchogue, which is only halfway out on Long Island. And we got to drive the whole thing. And Waze just keeps saying, in a mile, exit to so-and-so expressway in
Parkway.
Parkway. Drive past that because we can't go on it.
And then he adds more time.
Yeah, and then 10 minutes later, take exit 25 to go to this parkway. We're like, we can't take that.
Bloop, bloop.
And so it just kept going on and on and on like that. Every road we couldn't take, and the time just kept getting later and later. So then finally we made it all the way to Queens. We went through the Midtown Queens Tunnel, and we drove all the way across town in Manhattan and went through the Lincoln Tunnel, right?
Yep.
Then we got out of the Lincoln Tunnel, and it was bumper-to-bumper traffic on the Turnpike.
It was miserable.
So, yeah, we ended up getting back about 6. So that was or maybe it was 6:30, I don't know. It was a solid 13-hour day.
Yeah, because we stopped here at the shop. What did we need to stop for?
We dropped the sinks off.
Oh, yeah.
We had the sink for the kitchen and for the laundry room.
Yeah, so after all that, we didn't want to, but I said, I think we should drop the sinks off.
Yeah, because Friday, so now we're finally at Friday. Friday was moving day.
Mm-hmm.
So, got to the shop early, about 7, started breaking down the table saws. And then, we can't thank all these guys enough. All these guys showed up to help. Rob and Corey showed up first. Then Keith. And then
Matt.
Yeah, Matthew Serio. And then even John Peters came by.
Yep.
So, yeah, it was nice. We had a lot of help. All unsolicited, which was...
Yeah, Keith's truck was...
That was the champion.
It really saved the whole experience.
Yeah, it would have been rough getting everything into the van. Just the lifting,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how we would have had to use the engine hoist to pick all those things up, and it's not easy because of how it lifts things. It's made to lift things that are more narrow than the legs.
And shaped like an engine.
Right. Everything that we have is wider than
Not ideally suited.
Even the bandsaw, which is like the smallest of the tools. Maybe the drill press we could have picked up with that, but the drill press,
attachment points.
Yeah, we just put on a hand truck and hand trucked it into that drill press is ungodly heavy.
It is.
It must weigh 250 pounds.
Because the shaft, the tall shaft is solid, the base is heavy, and that motor.
It's basically like a cast iron housing. It's the Nova Voyager DVR. So it's not like a traditional AC motor. It's some kind of, I don't know what the hell it is. I still don't know what the hell it is.
Because I just swapped the plugs on it, and it instantly knew to take 220.
Right. It's not like a traditional motor. So the whole top is just like this cast iron case, basically, which has all the, I don't know what it is.
Infinitely variable speed.
Yeah, I don't know. What kind of motor is it, though?
Is it going to have to look it up?
Yeah. Because people always ask me, too. And I'm like, yeah, I really don't know.
Yeah. While you're looking that up, I'm going to give a shout out to our dentist, Dr. Michael Keller.
Well, prices went up on the Voyager.
Yeah. He was doing some heavy duty work on me yesterday after work.
Yeah, I thought you weren't going to be able to talk.
Yeah, I wasn't even bleeding that much. It's because I had some like gum surgery and got prepped for an implant on my lower right, one tooth. So the tooth that was that's going to have the implant had to be removed, and then they had to put some sutures in the gums and things like that. And they like packed it with this stuff. He said, if you look in there, it's going to look like silly putty. And I can kind of feel it with my tongue. But yeah, it was like an hour in the chair at least. You never start on time.
No, especially over there.
No, and you never get out fast.
So just changing the plug took it from 1.75 horsepower to 2 horsepower.
Oh, cool.
It just says, world's first smart drill press combines the best features of drill presses with state-of-the-art technology to make your project work more, blah, 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 blah. Direct drive motor, DVR, digital variable reluctance. Direct drive motor powered by Striatech.
That's not a real thing.
Yeah. Plug and play. Power
Anything
saving.
that's tech is a made up word.
Variable
Blanketech.
speed 50 to 3,000 RPM. There's an option in the settings to increase the speed to 5,500 RPM. So 50 to 5,500.
Wow.
Slow start pilot hold function, tapping assist function, digital speed readout, electronic braking, load readout, self-starting, digital coil depth readout, forward reverse, 6 inches of coil travel, and 2 revolutions of the handle. I mean, it's a nice drill press.
It is. I love it.
Yeah, it's, you didn't think that you needed a nice drill press until you use one. You're like, oh, this is nice.
And it purrs.
Yeah, it's super quiet.
Yeah.
It's we never changed the speed on the old drill press ever.
Because it's belts.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. And then, I mean, I don't know the right speed for every drilling situation. I don't think I know the right speed. I mean, now I know some of the numbers because using this thing.
Yeah.
But this, you just pull up the menu, you pick what type of bit you're going to use, what size it is, and what you're drilling. And it just says, all right, you're drilling an 1/8-inch hole in hardwood with a brad point. That's, 3,000 RPMs.
Yeah. What's amazing is the slow speeds.
Yeah. Yeah, 50 RPMs.
Like using the big Forstner bits.
That's less than 1 rotation a second.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, so you can use like a 3-inch Forstner bit and it's throwing these like beautiful curls off. Whereas if you try to do that on a regular drill press, you'd probably just be slipping the belt.
Yeah.
At 1,000 RPM or whatever you have it set to, 1,500 RPM.
Yeah. And the whole system where the weight of the motor tensions the belt. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
On those machines. I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah, that or you shift it back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this doesn't have any belts. It's just like, it's more like a drill, like a cordless drill kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
Although I don't think those are direct drive either, though.
Gears.
Yeah, they have gears. Like what's it called? The armature?
Yeah.
Is spinning, but then I think that spins a gear, and then that gear goes to another thing, and then that spins the chuck. On this, it's like
the motor. It's like
the motor is directly connected to the Morse taper.
Like the impeller on the dust collector. It goes right to the motor.
Right.
Or like a grinder or something simple like that.
Yeah. I don't know how the hell we got so deep into this drill press thing. We were talking about moving.
It was heavy.
Yeah. So all those guys came and helped us move.
It was pretty amazing. I mean,
yeah.
I was totally humbled by the amount of help we got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Matthew brought us gifts.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my God. Not little trinkets either.
Yeah. These awesome mugs from the CW. Or no, not CW. What the hell was that guy's name?
Can't remember that. I mean, they're hand thrown mugs.
Yeah.
It's like it's almost too nice to use.
Oh, I've been using it. It's my everyday now. Sorry, Matt.
Yeah.
The IKAG mug got the bump.
Yes. I mean, it is nice. I have mine up on the table. You know, it's sort of like it's showpiece status right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're really nice. And this a handmade card from this woman. I think it was a woman.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm sorry, I don't know these names.
Yeah, we'll get them
that
next
was like
episode.
Bat something. Let me see. I'll be able to find it because I want to give him a shout out.
Yeah, before we realized what everything was, I was taking it out. I'm like, look at the paper on this card. Like, I didn't know that it was a handmade thing at first. Well, I mean, you could kind of tell, but I didn't know the depth of it, I'll say.
Right.
Had like a flower pressed onto it, and it was really, really nice and special.
Oh. I just coughed. I got a cramp in my face. Let's see, because I know Keith had posted about the card. Wow, the internet in here is horrible.
Yeah.
Well, I'll try and find it, but
it's that block wall.
Yeah. So we probably finished moving about noon?
Yeah, maybe a little after.
Grab some pizzas
from Roma right down the block.
Yep. Bat Flower Press is the card. Yes, we hung out, had some pizza.
Lou came by.
Yeah. That was cool. Lou came to finally check out the shop. He hadn't
brought
been
a couple of bottles of wine with him.
Yeah.
He's always got a bottle of wine in tow, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. I drank some of that wine on New Year's Eve. It was good.
Yeah. Yeah. Lou brought me a bottle of wine once, probably about a year ago now. And he's like, this is going to be a good bottle of wine, blah, blah, blah. And he's, a real aficionado. I'm not. But my wife loved it. So now, like, on 3 or 4 occasions, he's dug one out.
He's like, I found another one of those bottles.
And it's pretty funny because he was talking. He's like, yeah, when I was inventorying my wine cellar, I'm like, take a minute to reflect on it. That last sentence.
I don't think I saw Lou's wine collection when we went to his house.
No. Yeah.
Where is it?
I don't know. I've never been in there. No, I've never been in the wine room.
Oh yeah, no. But you've been to Lou's house.
Oh yeah, I've been to Lou's house.
Barbecue.
Yeah. So
somebody's still offended that they weren't invited to that barbecue. Somewhere down, probably around Sarasota way.
And now we know why.
Yeah.
Yep. We're a little late to the party.
Yeah. Where is Lou's wine cellar? Because he doesn't have a basement.
No, he's got crawl space. Maybe I wonder if he has it upstairs.
Oh, wait. Is it, upstairs
is
where
upstairs
like
where
the bar is and everything?
Yeah, it's right.
It doesn't seem like a big enough space for all the
No, because he has like cases.
Yeah. Huh.
It's all blur.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's been a while.
Yeah, that's 5 years ago.
I was telling him the 3 of us have to get together and go out.
Yeah.
Bring the wives along.
Oh, it might be a deal breaker.
Yeah. All right. The 3 of us have got, let me backtrack. The 3 of us have got to get together and go out.
Yeah, no, we should all go to that place. What the hell's it called? Patricia's or whatever? Is that where?
Oh, yeah. He likes that place.
Yeah.
And they know him there, so they'll treat us right.
Yeah, better.
Yeah, and Lou worked on our Edge Bander for a while.
Mm-hmm. Definitely helped improve its functionality, but it's still not working right.
Yeah. Corey said he worked in a shop that had one of those exact machines, and said some days it worked great, some days it was infuriating.
It's not a good sign.
We need to at some point in the future get one of those know-it-all techs in here.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess flash forward to this week. I don't think we're going to be able to do 2 episodes. I don't know. We're not going to have another hours worth of stuff to talk about. So yeah, now this is the first week in the shop. Monday we came, we moved some stuff, residual stuff over for the first couple hours. Just, random crap that was still laying around at the shop.
It was a lot more stuff than I imagined.
Yeah.
I mean, we took stuff out of the old shed in the back.
Because Keith kept saying, he's like, all right, everybody's here. He's like, what else you want to move? We're like, well, no, I think that's everything. But then, of course, you're like, oh, shit, we need this, we need that. So, yeah, Monday we moved a bunch of that stuff and started, trying to put everything back together.
And what's today? Thursday. So I think Tuesday, while you were building those cabinets, I put away a lot of the residual stuff.
That was yesterday.
Was that yesterday?
I started cutting that up yesterday.
What happened on Tuesday?
Tuesday, we were still just trying to put everything back together. Yeah, so Monday, Tuesday, we we're getting everything put back together, everything put, where it needs to go.
Oh, yeah, we had to put the table saws together.
Yep.
Set up all the machines, get some dust collection going.
Yeah, Tuesday morning I went to get the plugs.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So we needed a couple plugs.
And so then it was yesterday that was trying to find, there's a lot of the little things don't have a home here. So I'm like emptying out pails of stuff. Like, all right, where am I going to stick this?
Mm-hmm.
The loft came in handy.
Yeah.
And some elves were working in the middle of the night, I guess, to set up the podcast studio.
Yeah.
Came in this morning. This carpet was down. The tables were here. It was really something.
I figured, better to just get it here, than have to schlep over to my house. And it's just, more time away from the work. We got a lot of work. So.
And a little time to get there, as they say in Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, you made good progress on the wall units. Be able to cut up the cabinets and then the face frames and everything, start putting finish on all that stuff. Probably Monday afternoon.
Yeah, the doors, I wound up using a bunch of the offcuts from the countertops, which turned out better than the stuff I had earmarked for it. Mm-hmm. Like it's one of those things when you're laying there in bed and you're going, I could use the ends of those boards. And
then you got nice, color matching throughout the whole piece.
Yeah. But I wanted to say it came out better than I originally thought. As I was, going through it yesterday, I was kind of like grousing to myself, this is okay. This is not good. But it's a good match, not, book matchy kind of thing, but, at least we got some good tonal matches. Mm-hmm. And, it's not crazy. I hate it when you can't match up the woods when you're doing those glue ups. Yeah.
Yeah, luckily we have a lot of walnut, so we have the luxury of being able to sort of pick and choose.
Mm-hmm.
And we just got 350 board feet.
Yep.
Whatever it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Wow, was that 2 weeks ago? Oh my God.
Wait. Was that last Wednesday?
I think it was last week. What was the day? Because you went somewhere and then I came here.
I had to pick Allie up.
From
her surgery.
Right, and then you came and you got it in with the forklift. We put it on the dolly.
Oh, yeah. Because, again, it was a 12-foot pack of wood, and the door is only 10 feet wide.
Need a bigger shop.
Yeah. I mean, we've been jockeying stuff around because, it's insane how fast it fills up. It's insane.
The craziest part is to think we had, except for the edge bander and the sliding table saw, we had all this stuff over at the other shop.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Well, you could touch Well, you could be at one machine and touch another machine.
Yeah, doing a lot more walking. How many steps I got today? I can never figure out how to use this stupid thing.
Corey said we would be doing a lot of walking.
Yeah, only 7,500. Doesn't seem like that much. 3.66 miles. You're telling me I only hit 76% of my move thing, Apple Watch?
So we're going to be walking like 4 or 5 miles a day.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I got these new boots. They have been treating my feet okay.
Yeah, these Danners aren't the most comfortable.
Mine are Danners too. I got like those light hiking style boots.
Yeah. These are a little more hard on the bottom.
Yeah, these... I used to wear those Keens.
Yeah, I don't like them.
And they're pretty comfortable right out of the box, but I had a problem with them lasting.
I had the same problem with Merrell's because I like Merrell's, and they have a couple hiking boots that have a flat. Those have a flat sole?
No, well, partial.
Yeah,
it's got a lot of grippy stuff because, you know, they're meant to go trailing.
Yeah, like those people are walking through, like, you know, they're walking on some freaking trail.
They're walking
up the side
Henry
of a
Hudson,
mountain, yeah,
which is paved
with their, you know, Patagonia, got a $600 jacket on, going hiking on a man-made trail.
Yeah, I wish it was a little more, you know, flat.
Yeah, that's what I have to have flat boots and shoes. I don't like having you know, whatever.
Yeah,
An arch.
Well, these have been pretty good. I think I threw the box away.
I haven't thrown the box away yet for these, although they're past the point of ever being returnable.
Yeah.
But I like... What the hell was that?
I don't know.
Something fell in the shop. Sounded like a golf ball.
Oh, was it the time clock? No.
No. The hell was I saying?
We were talking about these Danners and the Merrells.
I don't remember. I lost it.
And your box, your boots are past the point of returning them.
Yeah, maybe I was going to say, yeah, I've been meaning to get rid of the box, but it's just sitting there, and I'm like, yeah, I got enough on my plate.
Yeah,
to bring this box to the porch. Just can't handle it.
Yeah. Oh man. So it's been a whirlwind.
Oh, I know what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I was going to say I was liking the slip-ons.
Oh. Yeah, my feet, I don't like my feet moving around too much.
Yeah, they don't really move
They
around.
don't?
No.
I don't think I ever had a pair of slip-ons.
You had those Rock Roosters.
Oh, were those slip-ons? Yeah, they're in my basement.
Mine are in the closet. I don't think I got rid of them yet. Those are about the worst boots I ever...
Well, how do they compare to the Indestructibles?
Those are here somewhere.
They're in the office.
Put a free sign on them. Just leave them outside.
Oh, those won't last more than an hour and a half out on the sidewalk.
Yeah. I mean, I only put on one of them. Those were like wearing like a tissue box.
A tissue box that can stomp out a nail.
Yeah, a tissue box that you can hit with a hammer. The funny thing is they messaged me on my personal account, Crew Greene Street, and then I'm like, whatever, I guess, you know, they're going to send these things out, I'll take them. Because I forget what they asked for. Maybe it was just a post. So I just put up some stupid post, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to give them away. Some less fortunate person is going to get a free pair of shoes. Then they messaged Greene Street like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, yeah, I'm not interested. No thanks.
I was hoping Brunt would get me another pair of shorts.
Yeah, I was looking at their slip-on boots, but I don't really like the way they look. They have like a really bulky like top part. Like this is like all cushy and like they're like a little bit taller. That, and it's just like everybody wears them. I really don't want to wear them because of that.
I understand.
I don't want to be a conformist.
A rebel.
It's just when things get to a certain level of popularity, it's like they start to lose credibility.
That's right. I can't remember how old I was. I was still fairly young as things go. I used to have 4 earrings. And then it was like you start seeing like kids with their moms
with 4 earrings.
With earrings. I'm like, this just doesn't mean the same thing as it did when I got my ears pierced. And so I took them out.
Yeah. Well, it goes from the subculture to the main culture.
Yeah.
Not everything, but some things.
Yeah, so. I mean, tattoos are somewhat normalized now. I mean, they used to be a real rebellious.
Yeah, they were illegal in New York City until like the late 80s or something.
Yeah. Yeah, and that little tattoo I have on my shoulder, I had to come to New Jersey to get it. And I have no idea what town I was in or anything because it was a bunch of us after work. I say, hey, let's go get a tattoo.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to go to New Jersey to get them.
Yeah, man, I haven't been tattooed in 2 years, maybe.
Yeah, what was the last thing? It was the chisel or
the plane and the saw.
Yeah, that's some good work.
Yeah, Chris is great. That was right before we went to Vegas. So that was January of 2020.
Yeah, that was right before the pandemic. Yeah, right before the lockdown and everything.
And then I went to Atlanta in February of that year for Workbench Con.
It's amazing how fast the lockdown occurred because we were reading about it in January. Like, there's something going on over in China.
Mm-hmm.
And then in March, it was the lockdown.
Yeah. Yeah. We did an install the Friday before lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
The confessionals.
Yeah.
So that was March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Wow. Yeah. That's crazy.
How's the echo sounding now? Are we just used to it?
It's pretty echoey. So we were talking about this week. So Monday, Tuesday, we were putting everything back together. Wednesday was yesterday. I started cutting up this little chicken job, which is a kid's store.
Not a restaurant.
Yeah, a kid's store over in Atlantic Highlands, a couple towns over from here, next town over from where we live, which is just a white melamine cabinets with a Corian top. So I started cutting that probably about 7 o'clock yesterday, and then when I left at like 4:45, all the cabinets were done. Well, everything but the boxes. The boxes were done. And
the toe.
Yeah, so today then I built the toe and I built the back panels, and right before we did this, we cut up the Corian, got the seam glued, so then tomorrow I could do the build up and sand that up, and that'll be that. It's gonna come down to a wire because we have to deliver that on Monday.
Yeah, because that's how long has that stuff got to dry?
Only an hour, I think.
Then you can work it.
Yeah.
And what do you think about the Seabright?
Yeah, we got that job going with the closet with the dressers on the side. Probably,
Should we put that before or after Nancy? Can we
kind of got to be simultaneously, I think.
Yeah.
So maybe Monday when we get back from the little chicken install, I can start cutting up that final cabinet for that
big
as
cabinet.
well as the walnut for Nancy.
Now we can't put that cabinet together. Well, we could put it together with those lamello things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It only needs those in certain spots. The rest of it could just be screwed through the side.
Oh, yeah.
It's got finished end panels. So we bring it up to the second floor, put it together in the bedroom.
Screw the end panels on from the inside, I guess.
Yeah.
And then that's that.
Yep.
Bob's your uncle, as they say.
Yeah. Yeah, so a couple spots we'll use the
what do they call it?
Clamex.
I don't know. I always think that's the funniest. I think of like Clamato or whatever. Every time you say Clamex, it's like
why couldn't they call it Clampex or something?
Yeah. It's like a food product, Clamex.
It's probably like Clamex.
Yeah, and we're just saying it wrong.
Clamex, yeah. Yeah, we met one of the lamello guys at the Hafla thing. He, I don't know. He didn't seem too keen on Greene Street Joinery.
No.
He's like, oh, yeah, you guys are on Instagram? He's like, yeah, we work with Keith Johnson. I'm like, yeah. Guy in it.
Oh, yeah. That guy. Yeah, we weren't too keen on him after that anyway.
I wasn't too keen on him before that. I don't know. I've heard he's a nice guy, but, he's just another guy getting free stuff. But it's easy to make, I don't know. It's easy to make stuff when you don't have to rely on making the stuff.
Right.
For your living. Yeah, we have to make this stuff and sell it. He just makes the stuff and gets paid just to make it.
Right. We have to design and build for sale.
Yeah, I should put that differently. He's not getting paid to make the stuff. He's getting paid for the content he creates while making the stuff. So the thing in the end doesn't really matter.
Right. Doesn't have any value almost.
And again, I'm generalizing. I don't know this guy personally. I don't really know anything about what he does because I don't follow him. But that's my general feeling about those kind of people.
Yeah. Don't sugarcoat it.
Except guys like John,
Yeah.
Because John is, he's a real deal.
He is. And that's the way it is in every trade, in every business, in every line of work. You have your hacks, you have your pretenders, and you have people who, go to work earnestly every day and strive.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're a dentist or a woodworker, plumber, lawyer. That's my bit of philosophical meandering for the day.
We better get off our soapbox before we lose more listeners.
I just heard 10 more people turn off their well, whatever they're listening on.
That's all we got for you this week, folks.
All right, everybody, take care.
Yeah, we'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
As always, Rob and I thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. If you want to help support the podcast, you can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. You can join our Patreon, or you can use one of our affiliate links in the podcast description for vesting finishes or Myoderm CBD pain relief cream. Again, we appreciate your support. Thanks for tuning in.